Alright, what up YouTube? Doomnyc here. This is a dueling network video deck profile. I finally made an account, so if you guys want to check for me on dueling network, my username is Doomnyc. Should be pretty easy for you guys to find. So yeah, this is the deck that I'm going to be playtesting for now. It's Inzektors. These guys seem to be really good, so this is my deck right now. So first off, we got the two Armageddon Knights. If you guys don't know, I'm sure you've heard of Inzektors, but they're all insects and they're all dark. So they definitely get a lot of help from cards like Armageddon Knight. You could run Dark Grypher, but I'd rather not minus so much. So instead, Armageddon Knight is more of a plus card in my opinion. So I run two of those to get any dark monster I need in the grave really quick. I got one Zephyros. He's really good, like great combos with him and the Inzektor monsters. We got two Card Troopers, +1 when it gets destroyed. Not to mention that this guy mills 3 every time he uses effect. So this deck is obviously going to be focused more on milling to the grave. We run a lot of dark, so definitely we got to play Dark Armed. That's pretty obvious. Run the two Veilers. Definitely need this for negating effects, because a lot of people that I've seen on Dueling Network are actually using Inzektors, so it's a really good card for the mirror. Alright, now let's start off with the Inzektors. We got Inzektor Centipede. This guy, all the Inzektors pretty much have like the same kind of effect where you normal summon them or special summon or whatever, and then once per turn you can equip an Inzektor from your hand or graveyard to the card, and then depending on which Inzektor it is, they get different effects. So this one, Centipede, when he has an Inzektor equipped to him, let's see, yeah, when an equipped card that's equipped to him is sent to the graveyard, you can add one Inzektor card from your deck to your hand. So this is pretty much like Stratos kind of engine. It's really good. Then we run 3 Dragonfly. This guy is, if the equipped card equipped to this is sent to the graveyard, then you can special summon one Inzektor from your deck. So this is even better. And you're probably thinking, well, if I need to send these equipped cards to the grave, what's the engine for that? I'm gonna get to that in a second. I play one Gigamantis. It's a level 6. You don't want to play more than one because it will clog your hand, but this is really good if you have it in your hand and you normal summon another Inzektor. You can actually equip this from the hand to one of the monsters, and then that monster's attack becomes 2400. So say like you have an Inzektor Dragonfly that you just summoned, and this guy's 1000 attack. Well, if you equip Gigamantis from the hand, Dragonfly's attack becomes 2400, so that's pretty good. And then of course, if Gigamantis as an equipped card is sent to the graveyard, then you can pretty much special summon one Inzektor from the graveyard. So this is pretty good, but run at 1 because it's level 6. Finally, we got Inzektor Hornet, and this is probably the best one. 500 attack, 300 defense. This guy, when he's in the graveyard or in the hand, you can equip him when you normal summon, and that's what the main focus of the deck is gonna be. That's what you're doing with the Armageddon Knights. You pretty much want to dump the Hornets in the grave quickly, so that when you get the Centipedes and the Dragonflies and you summon them, you can equip Hornet from the graveyard to that. And Hornet's effect is you can discard, once he's equipped, you can unequip him, send him to the graveyard, right? And then you get to destroy a card in the field. So that's like really good because double effects go off, when you have the Dragonfly and a Hornet, you send the Hornet, you destroy a card, and then you get Dragonfly's effect, which is you get to special summon an Inzektor from your deck. Same thing with Centipede. Centipede, you summon, you get Hornet, you discard the Hornet with Hornet's effect, you destroy a card, and then you get to add an Inzektor to the hand. So you can already tell how this is going to work. I run one plague spreader. I think it's good. Level 2 for the tuning. Tuning is still important in my opinion. So until we get like a really good, load of XC monsters, we're still gonna need synchros a little bit. So plague is pretty good. I got the one Sanguine. He searches out the Armageddons, the Card Troopers, the Veilers, and he also searches out the Hornets and the Dragonflies and the Plague Spreader. So, Sanguine's really good in the deck. I run a lot of dark monsters, so Allures obviously draw power. One Book of Moon, mainly because a lot of people are running Inzektors or tour guides, so you're definitely going to want to book those if you can. Dark Hole staple. Foolish Burial, again, another card to get stuff in the grave. Heavy Storm. Mind Control. Mind Control is more for the exceed factor. I mean, if I have a plague sitting in the grave, I can always use Mind Control, but it's just, right now, it's just too good of a card not to play. Monster Reborn, double space, staples, double duality, not triple, because this deck does special summon a little bit, so you may, this may slow it down a bit. One reinforcement to get your Armageddons quicker. Double Call It a Haunted, because this is really good. For the Inzektors, it doesn't have to be on their normal summon. It's once per turn, so it's not on the summon period. It's just once they're on the field. So Call It a Haunted is really good. Phoenix Wing Blast, in case I draw like Hornets or Plague Spreader, stuff that I want in the grave, or Zephyros, I can always use Phoenix Wing, ditch that, and then get rid of a problem card in the field like Tengu, Exceed, Synchro, stuff like that. Solemn and Warnings staples, Torrential, and Trap Dust Shoot. For the extra deck is a little, a little strange. We got the Cataster, the Armory Arm, Black Rose, Bryonic, Scrap Dragon, Stardust, one Hyper Librarian, one Trish, Digusto Emerald. It's really good for this deck because you do get monsters in the grave really quick, so it can be a really good plus engine. Inzektor Exa Beetle. This guy needs 2 level 6s. Now the thing with Inzektors is that when you summon one and you use the effect to equip, they automatically go from level 3, see right there, level 3, to level 6 once they have an equip card on them. So if you can somehow manage to get 2 Inzektors with 2 equipped monsters on the field, you got 2 level 6s. So that's how you get your Inzektor Exa Beetle. So you need 2 level 6s, and you can detach one one Exceed material from this card to target one face-up card you control and one face-up card your opponent controls, and send them to the graveyard. So that's pretty good, considering if you have a Hornet on the field, you can send this to the grave, and possibly get some effects. Lava Lal Chain, I actually like this because this guy can detach an Exceed material to send a monster from your deck to the grave. So essentially it's like a Foolish Burial. It's pretty good for this deck. 1 Levier, 1 Leviathan, 1 Utopia, and 1 Wind Up Zen main. So that's pretty much the gist of the deck. The side deck is pretty generic. You know my side deck choices. I am actually siding in Mirror of Oaths because I noticed that there's a ton of people playing Tour Guide and Rabbit and stuff, so it's just good pluses for me. But yeah, so this is the deck profile, guys. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. And until next time, YouTube, peace.